Okay, I'm actually sitting right in front of the trailer that we are renting and buying out, which will take a few years, give or take. But a little while ago, when the sun was still up, I think about, let's see, 7-ish? That's what time it is right now. Probably approaching 7:30, 8 o'clock. About 6:30, 6:45, sun starts to set, and I needed to make a trip out to Walmart. And, no big deal. Just needed to go get some supplies. No biggie. I get in the vehicle, and I start to head down the hill. I wave at the family to the right of me. See, I'm in a mobile home complex. And I get to the bottom of the hill, and I start to turn left. Right after I get to the speed bump, some 15-year-old kid comes up. It's maybe 15, 16 years of age. Decides that maybe he's just gonna be a badass and try to start something. I don't know if it's a fight. I don't know if that's what he wants. But he said, don't be looking at them people down there. You don't know them. I'm just like, it doesn't matter if I know them or not. If I wave, then that usually means that gives off the impression that I'm cool, I'm friendly. I'm not antisocial. I am not mean. I'm not disrespectful by any means. At least I don't mean to be. If I am, don't threaten me, ever. If I didn't do anything to you, don't threaten me. Now, trace back to a couple of days ago. Those of you that know me know that I'm a bike rider. I ride bicycles competitively. I have 2 bikes. One of them is a really, really fast road bike that I recently built. The other one is kind of heavy, but does the same thing, same principle. Much heavier, but a very robust build nonetheless. I was testing my bicycle out to make sure that everything was working. I go all the way down to the bottom of the hill, make a left, then I go all the way down to the dumpster area right next to the entrance to the complex. I ride in the roundabout that's to the left of that. No big deal. And I heard a commotion over there behind me. So I just kind of glanced, and this guy says, "Ain't nothing going on down here. Just keep going." And I'm just like, wait a second. I didn't mean to start any kind of fracas or fight or anything like that. So I went over to try to apologize to the person, and they start trying to get violent. I don't see a point in that. If this is the only thing that you understand, then you need to serve time in prison and see what that's like. You cannot take 15 people on at once unless you are a mutant. Now, with that set aside, I keep trying to apologize and try to talk the guy down. He's not having it. He just keeps trying to approach me with a freaking Quillian block you used to loosen lug nuts on a car, and was getting ready to chuck that son of a bitch at me. I did not ask for this. So, I thought that was all said and done. I thought that was over. the day before yesterday, Friday, Saturday, something like this here. I get back from doing 63 miles on my bicycle, and I've just been kind of chilling out, resting. And this dude, that dude that threatened me with the Quillian block loosened lug nuts was in his 50s. He's old enough to be my mom's boyfriend. I'm not that old myself, but what I'm trying to get at is that this guy in his 50s has small children in his trailer and is renting a property, buying it out also. I respect that. But he has small children in his house, and he is not living by that example by going around and showing everybody how much of a badass he is and make people scared of him. That's not setting a good example. It really isn't. I grew up in a much worse setting than an individual like that. I don't take being threatened very well. This old guy's nephew showed up to my porch steps and pulled his little military dog tags up, showing him how much of a badass he is also. And he said if I pop up anywhere near that property again, he's gonna rock my world. What does that prove? That you're dumb enough to start a fight for absolutely no reason at all, show up on somebody's property trespassing and then threaten to absolutely bludgeon them to half to death, all because they showed up and tried to apologize? Granted, I probably wasn't really trying to apologize at the time, but I was going to get to that point. And I was just like, if you guys want to play that game, then I can get the law involved. So I did. I called the police. They showed up at their property after I talked to them. All said and done. All done. Or so I thought. I went to the grocery store. Or I was on my way to go get stuff from the grocery store, and this 14, 15-year-old kid from the same house, tries to come over here to me and my Jeep and wanted to do the same thing. Same exact thing. Again, what's the point? This is only good for one thing, and that is to protect yourself, not use it against other people to get them to stop messing with you or something like this here. If someone has you backed up into a corner and you have nowhere to go, that's one thing. By all means, use it. But don't threaten people with it. Because not only does that make you look stupid and an idiot, it tells other people around them that you're just a big, giant, flabbergasted asshole. That's all that makes you. Like I said, if you do that stuff and you end up going to prison for it for 5, 6 years, you're not going to be the same when you get out of there. That I can promise you. My mom's ex-boyfriend served 8 years. And you know what? He's not dumb enough to go back because he understands that he cannot take on 15 people at once. Because that whole room, as soon as you arrive and you get booked, they're going to tear you a new asshole within the next 48 hours. I guarantee it. So yeah, on a parting note, don't be stupid.